So good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We are here today with Sandrine Langlade from Pine Cay in Turks and Caicos. We had the chance to be there like 3 weekends ago on a fun trip, and it was fabulous. So, Sandrine, would you like to tell her about us more about your little jewel?
Well, thank you first for joining us. Uh, we are delighted to show you a little bit of the paradise where we are lucky to live and manage with my husband. So Pine Cay is a private island which is has the best location. We are 15 minutes from Providenciales, from Blue Heaven Marina. And the Blue Heaven Marina is 15 minutes by car from the airport. So it's a very quick trip to the marina and to Pine Cay. So really half an hour maximum to reach, which is wonderful. We are lucky also that we have two different routes in the front of the island or the back of the island, depending on how is the sea. So it's a very flat trip. Sometimes I have clients asking, like they're not feeling very well when they are on boat, but our boat ride is beautiful year round. So this is really nice. We also have the possibility to come to Pine Cay by plane. We work with a local airline called Caicos Express Airways. It's a 5 minutes flight from Providenciales International Airport. So you really arrive past immigration and checking immediately. And of course, because it's not a scheduled flight, they are waiting for you and ready to fly. Some guests, it's more costly because the airline, unfortunately, since a year ago, have increased a lot their prices. Now it's for four-person plus the luggage, it's 1,800 per way. But we have some guests who really want to arrive as soon as possible here. Usually they have time to have a lunch on arrival and jump in the sea. So that's all what counts for them. So here we are. We are Relais Chateau. So my husband and I, we manage the island, and I manage the property. And of course, I welcome and I say goodbye to every guest. We are like, it's really like a family. The island is 800 acres, so it's very large, very little wetland. We only have few lakes, so a lot of roads, which is really nice. It's all made of sand. We do not have cars, only golf carts. And it's wonderful because you can really explore the island and drive around because we have all these little paths where you can go with the golf carts. The island, why it's called Pine Cay? Because we have really pine trees. And if it rains, it does really smell the pine. We have this really beauty, the dollar sandbanks. They are attached to the end of our beach. So it's wonderful because this has not happened since 20 years. Before we had to go by kayak or paddleboat to reach them in front of us. But since January, with all the movement of the sea, they are now connected to our beach. And so we can just walk there. And it is really beautiful. So this is the main the center of the hotel. We are very small property. We could say we are like a private club. We only have right now 13 suites, 11 junior suites, and two luxury cottages. And now we are opening at the end of this month the two new beach houses with a private pool. So what is the beauty of Pine Cay is that everything is walking distance. All the rooms you see, they are on the beach. They all have the same view, and they all facing this turquoise water. We have palapas around the pool that are also they can be used for reading or relaxing, but they're also used for the restaurant. So if you would like a romantic dinner or just being together, we set up the table and you can enjoy this beautiful time there together. Most of our guests are coming to Pine Cay to celebrate something. I mean, it's incredible. Today we have a wedding, so it's always we do a lot of wedding for two, and we do it usually at the end of the island. The guests are alone facing the sunset. And then do a little ceremony. It's not an official ceremony, but with music and champagne, and then a beautiful romantic dinner for two on the beach. This is the beach bar. It's open all day until sunset. It's a fantastic location on our beach. You see, this is the bar. It has the best view. We have a beach of nearly 3 miles long, and this is right at the center. It's also where we do yoga. We have an excellent power yoga teacher, and we offer yoga complimentary to our guests every morning at 8 a.m. Again, and that's where we have also our club with all the activities. We have water bikes, paddle boards, kayaks, and we have a team to help the guests enjoy, and some hobby cats as well. This is the pool bar and pool bar restaurant. So we have this one side for the bar so guests can enjoy. We meet every Thursday. We organize a management cocktail. So we invite all our guests and our homeowners. Pine Cay is very special because it doesn't belong to a company. It belongs to 38. Now, in fact, we just sold houses. So now it's 40 families. And the island belongs to them and the hotel as well. So you see, this is the restaurant side. So we have table on the outside terrace and inside. We have, being Relais Chateau, we have an excellent culinary team of chefs. The executive chef is French, and the other chefs are different nationalities from Asia to Caribbean. So our menus is really, it changes daily for lunch and for dinner. Our room rate includes the full board à la carte. So guests every day choose, what they would like to have for lunch and for dinner, and it changes all the time. We also offer complimentary afternoon tea. So this is the terrace for cocktail. We have a lot of requests for romantic dinners. So we have two different types. We have the private tiki romantic dinner, and we have the beach tiki, where the beach romantic dinner, where we do a full setup with palms and flowers and full decoration. We do one dinner at a time, so you are really alone with watching the stars. So it's a dream. We have, obviously, we only have one restaurant because we are such a small property. But what we do is we bring different options during the week. So it's like if you were traveling, going through our culinary menus. So twice a week, we have Pizzaiolo coming at lunchtime. And he's from Italy, so he's making pizza in front of the guests. Other days we have like, for example, today we are Wednesday, we have a Caribbean night. So we do grill, of different fish, lobster in season, conch, and, we try to really influence the Caribbean cuisine, which is beautiful. Thursdays, we do a degustation menu. So that's when the chef is having a fun with his menu. We have one pool, which is, so you can see that's also where the guests dine. They have all these little palapas where they can have their breakfast, lunch, or dinner. The pool is not used very often. That's why we do not need an extra pool. Because when our hotel guests, when I, ask them if they would like to use the pool, they always say, but we have the pool right in front of us, the main pool, which is the sea. We are very lucky. Our beach is kilometers of white sand. There's nothing. The water is like pure sand. No, there's no coral, no seaweed. So it is really something extraordinary. So you see, we call it the club because that's where we get together. Our homeowners love chatting with hotel guests and vice versa. Usually they create bondings, and we have a lot of return guests because they make friends and organize that they will meet again at the same time the year later. So these are the junior suite entrances. So the junior suite is over 800 square feet, and it includes 3 showers, one outside for the sand when you come back from the beach, and then one inside in the bathroom and one outside for a lot of guests enjoy having an outside shower during their stay. And you notice something which guests really enjoy is the inside patio. They use it a lot in the afternoon, after lunch, for reading or having a nap before going back to their beach tiki. The beauty, so you see the view is, every room has a similar view. Every room has their own tiki on the beach. So they have their terrace here, they have their loungers, but then on the beach, you also have your own umbrella and loungers, and it's yours during your stay because it's one umbrella per room. You see the inside patio, which is very comfortable. So the bathroom for the junior suites. Oops, sorry, I'm going too fast. This is the, sorry, I went too fast. Oh, okay, so that was the junior suite. So you see you have the shower on the right, and then you have an outside shower, which is completely hidden. So, just for you to use. This is the cottage shower, the outside shower for the cottage. This is the luxury cottage. So it's nearly 900 square feet. It's much bigger because it's really one standalone cottage. And it comes with the hammock and the day bed. And there's also a table for room service request. And it comes with a golf cart. We don't really need golf carts on Pine Cay because everything is walking distance. And if our guests wanted to explore, they are able to rent for 1 hour, for half a day. Some guests rent it for the whole stay. But that's the plus of taking the cottage, is that it comes with the golf cart. It's included in the price. And of course, butler service. Again, the inside patio, the view, and your tiki right in front by the water. And this is our new product that we are just finishing, which is going to be incredible. 2 one-bedroom beach houses with a private pool. They are facing the sunbank and sunset, so the view is just incredible. So it's really like if you had 2 rooms together. So the size is nearly 2,000 square feet. And what is beautiful is that this time you see the bathroom, we have an inside garden where you can see a bathtub, and on the left we don't see on the picture, but there is a shower. So the guests can really choose between using the bath and the shower, and of course being fully enclosed, just looking at the stars. This is the lounge. So these rooms will be our VIP, like higher price, a little bit higher than the cottage, but that will include obviously the golf cart, full bar on arrival, with a setup with alcohol, etc. And of course, butler service. We have 1 tennis court. I know Dominique keeps asking about pickleball. So I need to meet there's 1 person apparently in Providenciales who can do the painting. So this low season, closing time, I'm going to work on this and see if it is possible to transform it. This is where you see the yoga in the morning. The view is incredible. It's so peaceful. We have a small gym, but a lot of our guests, they really come to Pine Cay to walk outside. So you have all the pathways around the island. And of course, you have the large beach. We have a small spa. We have an excellent masseuse from China. And we use Ila product, which are organic from UK, beautiful, flowery smells. That's why I chose them, because I thought, this really correspond to, we have a lot of frangipani flowers on the island, and it's so beautiful. These are the reef balls. So they are concrete ball of, it's artificial reef, and it's a project that our owner did more than 10 years ago. after a big hurricane. It was made to protect one side of the island, which is not where we have our main beach. And it is amazing because since a lot of things, obviously, they introduced coral, and they were visionaries because at that time it was not that much on fashion to protect like now. It is really important to do it. And we are very lucky because it's a beautiful site. We access it from one of our beach, and a lot of guests come back. We always take them with someone from the activity team, and the guests come back delighted because very often you can see turtles or stingrays. Sometimes they will be at the far away a reef shark because he's looking for them. That's what he likes to eat. A lot of obviously fish. So it's a lovely snorkeling area. We do, obviously, our main sports here is kayaking and paddleboard. And we have this incredible tour that we do. It's about 2 hours, and it's going through the mangrove. And that's something I've never seen anywhere else where I lived in the Caribbean. I was lucky to live in many islands, but this, you go inside the mangrove. So it must be at high tide because obviously otherwise there's no way you could continue with the kayak or the paddleboard. And it's a breeding ground. So that's where they have their babies. So it is stunning because you can see a lot of, turtles or stingrays but babies. This is where, so this is called the aquarium. This is at the end of the island, and that's where we keep kayaks and paddle boats. And also we can fish a lot of tarpon and a lot of bonefish. It's one of the best bonefish areas because it's on the other side of the island. It's a sunrise location, which is beautiful early morning, and it's the flats. So that's where you have all these turtles and stingrays, and there's a lot of food in the water for them with the coral and the seagrass. A lot of conch as well. So that's where we do all our kayaking and paddleboarding excursions. This is our front beach. You can see, and the fact that we did not build Pine Cay right on the water, but further away, it keeps the island totally pristine. This is the sandbanks that I was mentioning before. You see, before you had to go by kayak or boat, but now there is one side which is connecting, so you can just walk. So it's fantastic. We have all bicycles complimentary that guests can use to go around the island. All this, you see, this is the typical wedding for two that we do. Or like recently we had someone from Florida. She chose us to come with the direct family. So it was like 7 rooms and it was beautiful. It was just a small family get together with this magic environment. This is to show you the planes that can come here and the boats and the sky, obviously. We have very little light, so it is incredible. Okay.
Oh, thank you very much, Sandrine, to show us your little paradise. I was there like a few weeks ago, and it's exactly what you said. I thought what I love, I mean, this beach with no limit, this full security, and the food was exceptional, I think. And changing menu for lunch and dinner was really a treat. So, and then as you said, oh, it's Asian. Oh, and in the same menu, you have, for example, I'm vegetarian, and then I would say, oh, can I have this? But oh, we remove the meat. And then I have the same dish and everybody else, but then they just remove the meat. So great flexibility to turn everything into vegetarian, which was also, I think, good for some people. It's important. And voilà, really great service, friendly staff. I think everyone, we did a lot of fun trip, everyone mentioned the staff. They feel like it was a family. They treat the hotel like if it's their own in a way, huh?
And what is very important to mention that we do not have, we do not use, we have keys, but we do not use keys. That's something that Pine Cay was always very special about, is that, no shoes, no news, and no keys. That means we have a safe in each room. We are a no cash island, so there's no need to take your wallet during your stay. You can put your bag away, and that's the beauty because we are so safe.
Yeah.
Nobody can reach Pine Cay unless they are invited, and this is why we do not use them. For a lot of guests ask me when they arrive about tips. We do not encourage to give tips to the staff daily because they are not here to, they are here to make you enjoy your stay and not, they are not after that. Of course, if some guests said, I really want to say thank you to someone who went out of their way, and so they can do that at the end at checkout. We can add it, or they give me the envelope and the names who should receive it, or they add it on their bill by credit card. The other thing is we are not an all-inclusive because we do not include the beverages. Of course, we put water in the rooms every day, morning and evening. We have water fountains. We offer a water bottle on arrival that guests can reuse during their stay and keep as a souvenir. So they can refill daily at the different bars. We have tea and coffee offered all day as well. But what we have is in low season, we have done we call it low season package, and it's a minimum of 3 nights. And that's something that can be promoted. And in that package, we've added a beverage package. So it's house beverages, brands. But, because we are so small and we are not an all-inclusive, when we say, house brands means very good brands because we do not have without the volume there's no need to find cheaper brands
Yes. Mhm.
than the quality we have to serve to our guests. But this is valid right now until middle of December. So that's something, if you are interested, Dominique has all the information.
Mhm.
And we still have a few rooms available for the 4th of July. Usually we do a very nice bonfire outside, with the guests, and we do a 4th of, or sometimes we do it on the 3rd, depends when the guests are departing. But we always do a very nice, barbecue buffet and a bonfire. So if you have guests looking for a last minute opportunity, we
July.
still have few rooms available.
Kirsten is asking, what is the surface of the tennis court?
That's a good question. Do you know, Christian, the tennis court surface?
Mhm. Why in the follow-up? If not, you can put this in for.
Yes. I mean, it's the standard size. Let me check what would be
Mhm.
It's 7,200 square feet.
7,200 square feet.
Ah no, what is the surface, meaning also,
Oh, the quality.
voilà, what type of surface do you have? Huh?
It's a AstroTurf.
AstroTurf, all right. Do you close part of the year? What is the best time of the year to visit?
So the closing time, very important. I did not mention it.
Mhm.
We always close end of July. So this year we close on the 17th of July.
Mhm.
And we will reopen on the 22nd of October. And during that time, that's when we can do heavy work because obviously, being so small, there's no way we can do work, when we are busy. So that's why we need that
Time.
3 months to have the result brand new when we each year when we reopen.
Yeah, that's perfect. She's also asking, is it mostly family or couple?
So the hotel itself will not, we do not have rooms for children below 12.
Mhm.
And it's 2 persons per rooms. But we've had, like this last Christmas, New Year, we had a lot of requests for families. And so in that case, we will recommend, we have 5 houses for rent. They are 3 or 4 bedrooms. Obviously, New Year is very special on Pine Cay because there's a lot of homeowners out there, and everyone really enjoys. We do some volleyball tournament. We do, we try because we have different ages. We try to have something organized for everyone, like a tennis tournament. Sometimes we do a bicycle competition, and I only have one house for rent. It's still available. It's a 3 bedroom, and that's for Christmas or New Year. But the rest of the year, then I have more availability with the 5 houses that we have. And so there you can bring children of any age. And then what we do is at the restaurant, we have the tables which are like, like the romantic table or in the gardens, in the palapas. So then if we know we had families, we would have the families, more like on that side, and have the couples or the romantic guests enjoying the, for example, the pool bar restaurant. So we do not put them together. There is enough space for everyone to enjoy. So that's how we proceed.
But I think it's more for couples right now, huh? Not for couples, but the majority of the guests are couple, correct?
Yes, most like right now, it's all about. I mean, last night I was talking to our guests. They were all any age. Everyone was hand in hand on the table,
Oh, that's
like kissing
right.
and so they are all here to celebrate and making that moment very special.
Yeah.
But I just said goodbye to a young couple, and they were saying that their children would love it. And I was telling them we have a house for rent on the other side, boat house, which is on the flats where you can fish, paddle, or kayak from the shore. And I said, if you have boys, obviously they would love that because that's what they love to do. And the house comes with bicycles and a golf cart.
Mhm.
So, and they can also take the meal plan at the club if they would like. So
Yeah.
you don't need to cook. That's the most important
Yeah,
part.
vacation, huh? Marcy,
Yes.
Marcy is asking, will the 3 bedroom as a minimum stay?
So of course for the end of season, it's a 7 nights minimum. But during the rest of the year, we will be more flexible. Usually, our room rates are for a week for the houses, but do not hesitate to ask because sometimes our owners, they do not mind if I tell them I have a guest, they just want the 5 nights. And if we have no other request, he's very happy to be a bit more flexible.
Yeah, but the villa don't have three. Marcy is asking if you have 3 couples, are the 3 bedroom will have 3 master suite? No, there is usually one
Um,
suite and
let
secondary, one primary, and the rest are more not the
Oh
same.
no, no. It depends because some of the houses are for, they have older children, so they are for adult. No. So I have houses like I have
You have
Civista, it's 3 king beds.
Mhm.
I have houses with king beds.
Yeah, this one was maybe not what you mean, Marcy, when it's not more king bed, but what we call the master suite with
Yes.
a large suite. So sometimes other suite could be a bit smaller, but as you said, it depends of the villa. Huh?
Exactly. They are all different because I call them private homes.
Mhm.
Someone was telling me, you are the travel agent owner just left, and he says, you are Black Island. I mean, his wife, she kept saying, you are Black Island. And I said, I've never heard about Black Island.
Me too.
She was talking about Nantucket and all this. And she was saying, you're the um, um, detox because we have no TV in the rooms. We have a very good internet, so guess people can work from here if they need it or watch a movie in their room. But you come here for the quietness, the back to nature, really. So
Mhm.
she was explaining to me that this is what when they go to that island, that's what they look for. It's not a place where you show off. It's really a place where you are yourself and you just enjoy with your companion and your family.
So, Marcy, you said mostly they will have 3 bathroom and suite. Yes, all of them
Yes,
will have their bathroom
every
and suite. So correct.
yes.
Huh? But also if you wanted three sure to have 3 bedrooms of the same size, you can take 3 junior suites in a row next to each other. When you have the ability, they can be next to each other.
Of
Huh?
course.
Okay.
Oh,
So that's
yes.
perfect because they all connect in a way through the patio, through the outside. So that's a nice
Yes.
way for 3 couples to be next to each other and have exact same size. And each of them will have 3 showers. Voilà. No, it's enchanting. Enchanting, and as I said, easy to reach. And we were there. We speak about the best time of the year to visit. Also,
So
Kristen.
the best time, it's of course for us, this time of year now is amazing because the sunset is slowly becoming 8 p.m. The sea is, getting warmer. So it's becoming more like you don't mind, even if there's no sun, you're happy to be in the water. So you can swim and watch the sun coming down because the sunset is in front of us, right? And there's no construction, there's only the sea. So you have the best view. But of course, a lot of our guests, they enjoy, end of year. Our very high season is really end of year until April.
Mm.
And then we go on a low season from May 1st. But, I think, and of course, when we reopen in November, it's still the end of the summer. So you still have late sunset and the sea is still warmer than in January, February, which is very pleasant. But very often once the sun is gone, you will not stay in the water too long because obviously you feel a bit more chilly than during the summer.
Yeah. But
So
I
it's
was,
very difficult to say which time is the
but
best.
I know in May we were there just before LA Miami. It was fantastic. The weather was
Yes.
perfect, huh? And not one clouds, nothing. So
Yeah, it was beautiful.
yes, yes, yes. Huh? So I do
And
not
we do not,
more
and
questions.
sorry, Dominique, we do not have, like in Asia, we do not have a rainy season. We say summer is, they say it's a storm, a hurricane season. Here, I've lived in most of the Caribbean island, different location. And usually usually it's around mid-July, we start to get the first storms, but they usually come down they start by Barbados and those low Caribbean. I mean, I've noticed because I've lived for more than 20 years in the Caribbean, and it slowly comes up. So us, we're very lucky because I've rarely seen, an alert or like saying a storm is coming before end of August, early September, so it's really the months where you may have a bit more water because if you have, a day or two, but us, the maximum of half a day of rain is really the maximum I've seen here, which is fantastic.
But that's good to know. And the fact that you don't have any seaweed at all, huh?
Yes.
Still, some other place might be a bit suffering the seaweed situation, huh? All right. I do not see any more questions, so I think we're gonna say goodbye, Sandrine. Thank you again. And
But thank you, and
no,
do not hesitate. Any questions, please.
voilà. And if anyone is in the area, or as you mentioned, visiting other hotels, I know Sandrina, you went to pick up someone the other day to visit your property, and you're always happy to have
Of
visit
course,
for you how
you
beautiful
know,
the
every agent who came recently was saying how important it was to really, they could not believe what they saw,
yeah.
but they say it's so special that you really, it is true you have to understand which guest would like, would enjoy. And what I always say is if you have guests who say, oh, but, what about staying a bit in Providenciales and have a shopping day with one or two different restaurants, I always say then in that case, do a split stay.
Mhm. Yeah,
I have a lot of guests who do that. They will stay at different properties, like for maybe 1 night, 2 nights, and then they come to fully relax and stay with us.
disconnect.
Our average stay here is 6 days.
Mhm.
And our minimum stay 3 nights. And I must say that a lot of the guests who come for 3 nights, they say it was too short because I forgot to mention we include in the room rates the boat, the snorkeling boat every morning. From Monday to Saturday, we take the guests outside to the reef to snorkel for 2 hours. and that's also included in the room rate price. And that's something very special.
Oh, and we did a lovely cocktail on the boat as well, just before dinner. Fine, you have so many things. You don't get bored there. And
We
you,
have the glow worms as well, once a month.
what did you say? Sorry. Oh, yes, the glow.
The glow worm once a month, just after the full moon. That's something that we do a special evening on the boat. So we go for sunset first, and then we go to the glow worm. So it's something that we sell to the guests, and they love it. And it's something unique. You don't find the glow worm everywhere in the world.
I did it once, when it was my first stay with you. So, no. Enchanting. We call it barefoot luxury and it's disconnect. Disconnect totally. And that's the first place, I didn't tell you, Sandrine, where I actually didn't even look at my email on the weekends. Usually I always, because I
I
like
know, you always work.
reason. I didn't feel like it. I said, what's going on with me? So I think what's going on with me was Pine Cay.